How are you? What's going on with you? You good?
Not much. Yes, you know, got to wash the car today. You know,
Wow. By yourself? Are you out there in like short shorts and kind of rubbing it down?
No,
wax on, wax off.
we go to the thing
Daisy Dukes.
We go to the thing where you drive the car into the little cubby hole and then you put the money in the thing and you turn the knobs.
Wait, that's still you though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still doing it, right? Because you got to spray.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
Shannon has to do the spray because I'm not going to do it right.
In her defense, Dan, she's probably right.
Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! It's like watching, yeah!
Welcome to Hey Watching with Dan and Tony. I am Dan.
I am Tony.
This is the show that dares to go back in time to 1998 to talk about the movies of the day.
In time.
This week, talking about a movie.
Yeah.
A movie that was panned instantaneously upon being released.
As it should have been. Yeah.
Blues Brothers 2000.
2K.
1998, 2 hours and 3 minutes. The original Blues Brothers movie, 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah, they're not short. What are they? Yeah.
It or they.
You know, and I have not seen the original since I believe I watched it with my father as a young tyke, one of the few movies that we watched together. But I think I remember it being slow, like slowly paced. It's not bad. I don't think.
I know what you're saying.
But I remember being like very like slow pace. It's not. Yeah. So that makes sense. I feel like you could probably trim 20 minutes out of these movies just by editing scenes quicker.
I watched a fair amount of the original Blues Brothers after I watched this movie. I was like, let me go back and see. Because,
sure,
I'm an impartial audience. I can watch things that I liked in the past, and I will either still like them or I can be like, ugh.
Yeah, we're different in that way.
It's an incredible movie. And I agree with you. I mean, it starts with this shot of Detroit from, a helicopter shot, just showing how grimy and, smokestacks blowing shit into the air. And you're like, it's fitting. It's, they move into
capture
it.
The essence.
It's very environmental.
Let me ask you a question then, since you're fresh on both. I remember them being like cool as shit. Were they cool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, because it's a combination of things.
Okay.
They are true agents of chaos.
Great. I love that.
They just like one of the guys. They go through all it's the same movie as this movie. They go through, get the band members and then do some gigs and then end up at the big important gig.
But I assume there's more story in between the numbers that makes more sense in some way, at least, right? I did not understand what was happening in this movie, Dan.
In the first movie,
I got the general idea, we're getting the band back together and then we're going to perform a gig to make some money.
In the first movie,
what I got.
In the first movie, they have to make $5,000 to pay off some mortgage debt of the nunner of the
right, because we're on a mission from God. Right. So they're saving where they grew up or something.
The nun is like, we need, the orphanage is going to be gone unless they get $5,000. They get the band back together. They go and they do the big show. They get $10,000. 5,000 of it goes to pay for the instruments and pay the band. The other 5,000 goes, and then they end up in jail. And then they do jailhouse. Then they do Jailhouse Rock in jail, and that's the final.
Perfect. That's perfect.
But they're fucking agents of chaos. They right at the beginning, they're being chased by the cops, and they fucking drive through and destroy an entire mall.
That's like the only thing I remember. Yeah. Which is awesome.
You watch it and it's insane because they'll just be like driving, they'll be get out of the. They won't even really care. They're just being like.
But that's what I mean by cool. They're so cool and collected while they're doing crazy shit. And then in this movie, I feel like Ackroyd was like, hey guys, remember how we didn't show any emotion and we were like really cool, but like we're just going to do that but not do anything fun with it. I'm just going to not act for the whole movie. Is that good? And everyone's like, do whatever you got to do, bud.
I mean, Belushi he was an asshole, but he is an electric presence.
Yeah.
And at one point they go to, one of the guys is working as a maitre d' at this fancy restaurant, and they go in there and he seats them, and then they are just like shit to everybody in the whole restaurant. And at one point, Belushi goes over to the one guy next door, and it's a man and his wife, and he's like, and their 3 daughters, and he's like, how much for the little girl? You know, he's like trying to buy their children, but he's doing that, and then his buddy comes over, and he's like, he'll switch right back out of it. And he's like, yeah, if you don't come, we're going to keep coming every day. And then he'll switch back to blah, 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 blah. So there's levels. This movie had no levels.
No, it was all just a 1 the whole way through. And I was like, wow, this is a slog.
Yeah.
I do feel like, I like John Goodman as an actor, obviously. Not really given anything to do in this movie. So there's no one to like bounce off of, and bounce isn't the right word, because actually I believe like Belushi was bouncing off Ackroyd, right? And Ackroyd was more of the straight man. Is that right? Am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
Ackroyd, or they both kind of wild?
No. Ackroyd was just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Right.
He was
so
more.
Where is the force that's like hitting that immovable object, right? Like that's what you need. You need that give and take. And there's not that. So we just have this one guy that's stiff as a board, and it's just, whoa, what are we doing here? And then we give him a kid. I don't know why we gave him a kid. Well, that's a terrible choice.
So, spoilers.
Sorry,
he's supposed to mentor this kid from the orphanage, sort of.
Doesn't, by the way. He doesn't do that at all.
That never happens. The kid is not even terrible.
No,
right? The kid has to be terrible. The kid has to be
there.
Beyond
he
terrible.
Needs to be a little devil, just like a little piece of shit kid. And this guy's got to be so fed up with him. But then, they bond. They bond through that. Like, do you figure that out? The kid, sometimes I forget the kid's even in the movie, and then he's just back, and I'm like, oh, that's right, there's a child, a tiny little child. He
disappears for 20 to 30 minutes where he literally isn't on screen. They don't even, you don't even know where this fucking kid is.
I do think it's funny that in the bar, they're like, hey, where's the kid? And then the other guy's like, I don't know. And it's just like, yeah, either do we, why is he in the movie? Which I do know the answer to that, by the way.
Oh, what's the answer to why he's in the movie?
I don't know the full answer, but apparently the studio was like, you can't make this movie unless there's a kid in it.
What does that mean?
That's what they've said. I'll tell you. So I was reading interviews with Landis.
Yeah.
He was on, I don't remember what he was doing, but it was like 2001 or something. He was doing reviews after the movie came out and was trash. And he's like, we wrote a terrific script. Then Universal Studios eviscerated it. That was a strange experience because the first thing they said was that it had to be PG, which meant they couldn't use profanity, which is basically cutting off the Blues Brothers nuts, which is awesome. And he's like, bottom line, they said you have to have a child. You have to have one.
The Blues Brothers.
I don't like. He doesn't say if they gave a why, but then apparently Ackroyd was just kind of like, yeah, we'll do whatever they say. We don't really care. It's about the music. As long as we get the music that I love and we get some of these performances on tape, like that was his big thing, was like kind of putting this into the ether of like these great performers captured on film for eternity. And so the movie be damned, from what I can understand. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that would be great if you had a bunch of great performances.
Sure. I feel like there's one or two.
There's a couple.
Yeah. Not as many as the first one, I remember, I feel, but that's okay. Oh,
the Aretha Franklin one in the first movie, I rewatched.
Yeah.
I think I watched like the first 20 minutes, and then I watched Aretha Franklin, and then I watched the big final number. And the Aretha Franklin number is like just one of the best. And the Ray Charles number Ray Charles owns the store, the a place that has the instruments.
Oh, okay.
And in the first one, it was amusing to have the band members like do a little bit of acting.
Yeah.
In this one, you're just like, we do not need these guys ever talking.
No, and it's actually almost more fun if they don't. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to be fully formed people, which they're not anyhow, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's fun if they're just in the background and do like looks, you know? And even in like the restaurant when they
that was their best one. How they were in that restaurant was the best
because
thing
they don't do a lot of talking. It's more just, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're acting. We're like, okay, well, we're just eating our food again. That's funny. That's great. That's all we need them for.
It's a good bit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
some wild stuff, man.
They overuse those guys because they're all real band members. It's the same guys from the first movie. It's it is the band,
which is cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, okay. So the studio forced the kid on them. They didn't understand how to use the kid and chose not to care about the kid. And it showed.
I think it's one of those things like instead of incorporating the notes and doing a rewrite and like fixing the movie, they're just like, yeah, just put the fucking kid in there. I don't care. It doesn't matter. As long as we hit these musical numbers, I don't really care what happens.
And, the long lost brother, that just didn't work at all.
I still don't even understand it. She slept with his dad.
Cab Calloway.
Happened?
Okay. Cab Calloway
the guy from Terminator. Yep.
No. Cab Calloway was an old-time vaudeville Minnie the Moocher. He does like a really great song in the first movie. He worked at the orphanage and taught them to love the blues. So the concept is he went out at some point and impregnated a woman.
He's the guy from the first one. When they go and visit the nun, he's at that place, right? And they're like, hey, you taught us the harmonica. You're the only family we got. That guy?
Yep.
I remember that guy. Okay.
Yeah. So that's him. So he of course had passed away. They can't have him in the movie. So the way that they could connect to him is by making the police commander guy his child, and then they're trying to sort of get him to join the band.
You said it as if that was the only option, Dan. I'm going to posit that there were other options. I'm just going to throw that out there. Could have done it another way. I didn't make any sense. Didn't understand it. Love Dyson. I just don't understand.
And whatever the actor guy that played him is okay, but he is not up to it in any way, shape, or form. And Goodman isn't up to it in any way, shape, or form. They gave him no character.
They gave him absolutely nothing. He had 2 lines where it was like, oh, there's John Goodman. And I assume that was just improvised because they're not like lines that matter. Sure. It was like a tag to a scene that I remember him like saying something funny. I was like, hey, do that. Where's that guy? He's not here. He's not here at all. I don't know, man. It's weird.
They seem to think the conflict was from the weird people that were chasing them. And it was like, no. And in the original movie, that's not really it either. It's just them getting into situations and the situations going off the rails.
And then it's just them being cool. And that's fine. That's fine. That doesn't happen here. I love it.
Okay, let's talk about this movie for a couple of minutes. And
let's do it. Let's just a little bit. This will be a nice short episode. How about that, Dan?
That's my plan. 18 years later, we're in a prison in Illinois. We got a blues song. Here comes Elwood. He's been released. This is the best scene in the movie, I think, or one of the better scenes because they don't do a lot of talking. They just show us things, but it's completely in the first movie. It's Jake getting out of jail, and then Elwood goes and picks him up. He goes outside. He stands there. Jake is not there to pick him up. Eventually, the warden has to go. A great little scene where they're like, "You didn't tell him? No, you didn't tell him. So go down there and tell him what's happened." And you're like, "Oh, it's not going to get better than this."
And it didn't. So you were right, Dan. You're absolutely right. Although I kind of had an inkling that we were going to go pretty far south when not the warden, but whoever he talked to in that scene was like, did nobody tell him about Jake? The guy that responds was so bad at acting. I don't know who he is. Maybe
really?
he was connected to something, but when he said his line, I was like, uh-oh. This is the caliber of people we're in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, the warden's played by Frank Oz, who is
Warden was great. Yeah,
who is one of the Muppets guys. He does.
Oh yeah, okay.
Does he do? Yeah. He might do Fozzie Bear. I don't know if Frank Oz does, but he does tons of Muppets.
Waka Waka.
Yeah. So, and Frank Oz directed tons of movies, so it's a real person.
I love it. Yeah, great stuff.
So they go down there. He bows his head, and then this hot girl in a red car picks him up and takes him to the city.
Who is she?
She's a stripper that works at the strip club.
No, I know that.
Why is she?
Smart ass.
I don't know.
I didn't. She said a reason. I do remember her giving an explanation, but I remember going, what?
Oh, what? I didn't write it down.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I think she just picks him up and says that she drops him off at an impound lot or at a car sales lot, and then he wants a police cruiser because in the first movie they had a police cruiser.
Yep.
It's $500. He needs $500.
Now, here's a question.
Yes.
Maybe I'm trying. I mean, it's been a while, but I remember there being a bit about the cop car, right? Because one of them didn't like it, and one of them was like, "No, it's cool," or something. I don't totally remember.
He picks up Jake, and and Jake's like, "Where's the Bluesmobile?" Because it was like, "Oh, the caddy. Where's the caddy?" And he thought I traded it for a mic. He's like, "You traded it for a
microphone."
Mic.
That's right. And he's like, oh, yeah, I get that. Right.
Okay.
There's a bit about it. Yeah, why isn't there a bit about this car?
Because there's no one to do a bit with.
Hold on. If you're recreating the movie, which is pretty much what they're doing, wouldn't you want to at least follow a similar joke structure? You know what I mean? He's going to an impound lot, getting a car to match the old car. There's got to be a bit somewhere in there.
Well, what were we talking about?
Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh no, Dan. I listened to this one comedy podcast where they talked to comedians, and they were talking to this one somebody from RuPaul, Ben de la Creme, and he was saying, because I think it was as him, I don't know, whatever, I get confused. He was talking about comedy. He got so incensed. Maybe she got incensed because of all the comedians that just do lines from RuPaul's Drag Race and think that that's a joke.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's like you go and just get the same card. That's not the joke. You gotta set up the joke to make it.
I think it's worse because it was your joke. You're just repeating your joke without a joke. That makes it even worse. That's just sad. That's just sad to me. You can't even come up with a joke. What are we doing?
Well, you don't understand your joke.
I don't understand the joke. How about that?
Yeah, and
real sad.
They really don't. A buddy of mine went and saw the new Spinal Tap.
Oh,
movie.
the new, yeah.
And they said that Michael McKean's character is not even his character from the first movie, who was arrogant, because he kind of played, bit of Paul McCartney, a bit of Lennon with the wife and all that. And he's like, and all this arrogance. And he's like, didn't even play him arrogant. And you're like,
oh no,
how could you not play the characters as, it's the character. That's all you have to go on.
Yikes. Should I see that? Did he like it at all?
Oh, he said it was terrible.
Oh, no. I guess we'll do it for this show.
Only 83 minutes long, though.
Hey, there you go. In and out. Love that. Appreciate
83
you.
83 minutes.
That's beautiful. Beautiful timing. Anything under 90 is A+.
Yeah, so you can't make the same, if you're going to make the same joke, you have to surprise us. right?
Yes.
That's the idea of comedy. It's like, I'm going to go get the same car and we're going to drive around in the same car. It's like, that's not funny.
Okay, and?
It's not funny.
And? I like where you're going. Okay, and nothing.
That's
nothing at all.
It's good. We got to have that car. Because they were in that car. Because
we were in the first one. So let's just bring it in. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. So then he goes to the place, the orphanage. There's Mother Mary. Find out who died. He curses and she beats him. Same joke that was in the first one, but much funnier in the first one. I remember because she had two characters in the first one, so he beat on one, beat on the other. This one, she's just beating him. You're like, you're gonna stop if it's just you.
Doesn't Belushi fall down the stairs or something?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
He totally falls down the stairs.
I just felt like there was no commitment to getting beat. I know that sounds weird, but like he was hardly even reacting to getting whipped. Like he just didn't feel game for his own movie. And that's weird to me.
I think that when you're a young comedian, you will do anything for the bit. You live or die for comedy.
Yeah.
And when you're an old man, how was this 20 years? It's like 20 years later, he does not have that same commitment. He lives in a big posh house. He does what he wants.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I just maybe don't do it, unless they made a ton of money off of this, which I feel like they probably didn't. You think so?
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right. I mean, that's something.
They threw money at him. Right? They always did. They were like, Blues Brothers, we'll make another one of those. We sell this many of these DVDs. We're going to sell 10 times that. No, you don't. You're not going
That's not how it works, guys.
Because you put a fucking kid in the movie.
And made it PG. We didn't even mention that. This movie is PG. The other movie's rated R, right?
Yeah.
For cursing?
Yeah, probably. There's no. I don't think there's any nudity or anything.
No, I don't remember. If there was, kudos to my dad for letting me watch it when I was a kid. Good for you, Pops. But I don't think I think it's pretty clean other than they just curse a lot because they're cool. Because cursing is cool, kids. Okay?
It kind of is.
It kind of is.
So we talk about Curtis. And then they're like, the head lady's like, okay, you're going to be a mentor to Buster. Why he has that name, I do not know. And the kid comes in. I wrote the kid's a wise ass. He must have actually said something wise assy at the beginning.
Ackroyd says it.
Oh.
I don't remember what the kid said to get that reaction, but Dan Ackroyd goes, the kid's a wise ass. And then he's never a wise ass again in the movie. I don't know if he was the first time. Should have rewatched that scene just to see if he was a wise ass, but he's definitely not for the rest of the movie.
He's got to be.
He should be.
He's got to be squirt gunning him so he looks like he's pissed himself. He's got to be doing everything. He's got to be shooting craps. Dan,
you
and
had
stuff.
that locked and loaded.
Oh, did I? I think they did that. They did that in Raising Arizona, I think. I think they did that in Raising Arizona.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen it before. I just love that that's right where your head went the first time. Just make it look like he peed himself. That's classic.
You got to do that shit. It's totally in Raising Arizona because you hear the squirt, squirt, squirt. They look down. He's fucking.
Oh, you're right.
It's all wet down there. It's like, that's fucking funny.
It is funny.
Do that. Steal the hat.
And kids are funny because they're dicks. Kids don't care. Kids are kids. Let them be kids. This kid's not a kid.
He's not a kid. He's not funny, and he doesn't do anything.
He dances one time in the Aretha Franklin number, and I thought that was pretty good.
His dancing was okay.
I assume that's how he got. I feel like that's how he got the part. Good for him, by the way. Not his fault.
No.
Nothing I'm saying is the kid's fault.
I mean, is he a better dancer than Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah, of course. But again, it feels like he's not trying.
Yeah.
Because if you watch Goodman, not a great dancer, but he's at least trying in the movie when he dances.
Like
he's moving his body. Aykroyd just like barely moves. And I'm sure that's a character choice because he's like, I'm the cool guy.
No. In the first movie, the dancing is
They're dancing.
Belushi's incredible.
Of course.
Because that's a given. He's both he has some steps and things, and he just fucking, that guy, he laid it all out there. He left it on the floor. He is unafraid.
Yeah. R.I.P., buddy.
Okay, so he ditches the kid. The kid follows him. And we set up a really interesting dynamic where he just leaves the kid. And then the kid's at the next place that he's at. We never do this bit again. You have to do that bit 2 or 3 times.
100%.
You have to
also, do that bit. It makes it confusing when they're like, you kidnapped him. And I don't understand, Dan, because she gave him the kid, right?
Yeah.
She was like, you got to watch after the kid. That's your job. And then she's like, you took the kid? I don't understand. I'm super confused. Super weird. It should just be like a kid in the orphanage that just follows him then. If that's the bit you're doing, that he kidnaps a kid, it shouldn't be a kid that she literally tells him to mentor and watch after. That doesn't make any sense.
The mentoring thing doesn't make any sense. It should just be a kid that's just follows it. It's so easy.
Right?
It's instantaneously easy. I mean,
and then it's easier for him to be a piece of shit kid because the kid's just getting into trouble. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. That's fine. That's great. I don't know.
I think the other things that the kids do, the terrible kids in Raising Arizona, the one kid writes in crayon on their wall, fart.
Yep. No, that is absolutely. Of course, you love that joke.
That's so funny.
Oh, damn.
That's so fucking funny. It's so stupid. That's how comedy is. You just do the stupid thing. But no, we'll talk about the okay. So he goes to see the police commander. Tells him the whole story, which takes 40 minutes. You want to kill yourself.
For no reason. Because we know.
He sort of gets angry. He's like, I'm angry. Now I'm calling my mom. Oh, it's true. Okay.
Yeah, so weird. Such an awkward scene. Doesn't make any sense. And what would his mom really come clean? She's been lying to the family for 40, 50 years, right? And he just calls her up and is like, hey, is this my dad? Well, she's like, yeah, that's your dad. I thought I told you that. What's happening?
Well, more importantly, you're giving him this incredibly emotional scene that he's playing with a fucking receiver.
Right. Nobody's on the other end. Spoiler alert, everybody. He's talking to himself in that room.
They did not hire an actress to be on the other line of that phone. And that's the whole thing. That Flight Risk movie that we did is now on Hulu or someplace. And so it keeps
we should have waited so we didn't pay
for it. And I'm like, oh my God, Flight Risk.
I love that movie, man. That was some wild stuff.
I'm Marky Mark. Oh, I'm going to rape you. What is happening?
Everybody, but it's everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. He just wants to rape you. I don't know. Whew, that was a wild film.
They throw him out, and Buster stole the cop's wallet.
Wallet? Yeah.
Great.
Get him into mischief.
You needed, but they didn't even do a thing with
Nobody cared. Nope, nobody cared at all. And then they return it in a paper bag.
Should have smacked the kid, then taken the money.
You can't steal, kid. I'm gonna pocket this money and we'll give it back.
Oh,
great.
God.
Do a bit.
Okay, so they got the $500. They go and buy the car.
By the way, who carries 5 crisp $100 bills in their wallet? I don't care what year it is. Shut up, Dave. You don't even have $500, okay?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, that was so mean. You have $500. You do.
What the hell was that? No, when I went to my big sale, I had $1,400 in cash in my wallet.
But you were going to possibly buy something. You had a reason to have that. This guy just went to work as a police commissioner with $500 in his pocket? Why?
Let me put it this way. As soon as I got home, I put that money away.
You gotta hide that again because otherwise it's gonna go bye-bye.
I did not.
So weird.
I did not keep that money in my wallet. I'll have at most I'll have $200 in my wallet. That's it.
I keep maybe $8 in my wallet. It's my reserve. If I have to pay with something with cash, I'll be like, this is all I got, guys. Sorry. Otherwise, no cash.
This is not buying you a sandwich. Okay, so they got the car. They're gonna go to Willie's Stripster Club because the girl that picked him up works there.
Yeah, I still don't get it, but it's fine.
Willie was in the band, and we do a song called "Cheaper to Keep Her." I wrote question mark weird. They dance with strippers. There's two. They do 2 songs in the strip club. The second one I thought I didn't like, but I've had it going through my head, so I guess I liked it.
The second one's the one with John Goodman, right?
What About a Fox? No, I don't think it's with him. Is the What About a Fox with him? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh,
yep. No, that one's all right. It's fun.
I ended up liking that song. This one is weird. I guess because Belushi can't sing.
Yeah.
Is that why it was weird?
Ackroyd
can't sing?
He supposedly can, right?
No. I watched the first movie. He can't sing in that one either.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. Problem solved, I guess. Yeah, there you go.
Belushi does lead on every song that I watched.
As he should, because he was great.
Ackroyd would be like, "Someone to love." He would do that.
Doing the
You do the deep voice. That makes perfect sense. And the follow up.
Yeah.
Everybody, someone to love. Yeah. No, he didn't carry the water on any of the songs.
He doesn't do the lead. No, yeah, that's the problem.
He just does he could do a bass, kind of a fake bass, which isn't really, it's got a fake singing.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. Because when they do Rawhide, I think he just does the sort of,
that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess no. I guess you answered your own question there, Dan. I guess he can't do it. Maybe that should be a joke. He doesn't sing the lead ever, so he's doing a song, but he's just singing the backing vocals and there's no lead. I don't know.
That was a sketch somebody did one time.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I definitely saw that sketch one time where they'd be like, it was like 4 people. They only did one part, and then they empty all these empty spaces. It's funny.
Well, I guess it's already been done. Don't do that, but do something different, maybe.
Yes. During the song, he watches these Russians shake down Willie. Kind of. You don't really see it, but somehow
he just gives them money.
Yeah,
it's not really a shakedown. He just gives them the money.
It is a shakedown, but it doesn't seem like a shakedown.
He doesn't seem upset about it.
No.
He seems pretty complicit.
So then we have that. So that's song number 1 in the bank. Okay.
All right, we did it.
We see, our transition scene is to just go back to the cops because that's during the day. Whatever. Then we go back. The Russians come back, and so Dan Aykroyd's going to take care of it. He gets them drunk. Then he drives them to an alley, and he ties them up, and he leaves them naked with a letter.
Yep. How would that possibly get rid of anybody? That's not intimidating.
What's that going to do to the mob? Well, he then goes back there and explains how they're just a bunch of Russians who came over here, and he gives this big explanation, which was sort of a thing he did as a character. It's sort of like, spitting some knowledge, and that's what his. Well, that's kind of his. Do.
That's like his shtick, though, right? Because Dragnet, when he did the Dragnet movie, he was very monotone and just spouting fact. I don't know. Should we do that movie?
I remember seeing that movie and walking out of it going what the fuck did I just sit through?
Maybe we should. I don't know. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's Tom Hanks, right? Is the other?
I have no clue. No clue.
I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter.
We could do pretty much all the Dan Aykroyd movies because they're all generally pretty terrible.
Yeah, you're right about that.
The problem is he acts like his explanation is why this is going to make them go away.
Yeah, and it's not.
And it's not.
Nope.
You can't do that. When he speaks like that, you can't speak with authority and not be talking with authority, because then no one's going to ever trust you.
Yeah.
And he does. And it's stupid.
And we don't.
And then we go to the Russian social club. In the first movie, it was Nazis. Yeah. It was the Nazis.
Right, which makes sense. They're not good.
And they were funny.
Oh, that's great. These guys aren't funny at all. I didn't remember them being funny. So hey, good on you.
Henry Gibson, who's this little short white-haired comedian, was the head of the Nazis. Okay. And he would say stuff, and, Henry Gibson is funny. They hired someone funny.
Yeah.
And he was funny. As opposed
helps.
As opposed to Daryl Hammond, who isn't funny.
I did laugh one time.
At one of Daryl Hammond's?
Wow. Yeah, I think it's his last line in the movie.
Oh, there's one line in the boat scene. We'll talk about it. So we meet the Russians, and they're, they read the note that he left, which is, "Stay away from Willie's, the masked Avenger."
Avenger. Yeah, what's that about?
I have no idea.
That's not a callback to the first one, we don't think? That's too bad.
Maybe it is. Some part that I didn't watch again, but I don't remember that. So you're just like, what? I don't understand what that is.
He's not even wearing a mask. So that's confusing.
So they're going to destroy Willie's. Now Mac performs. He does this song. Oh, I wrote real song. There you go. But then I wrote not good. But so I didn't like it the first time. But
it's a real song. It's not good, but it's stuck in my head. Yeah, that's a real roller coaster for you.
The bad guys attack with machine guns. They get Buster out of there. Yeah. They throw down. They burn the place up. They save Buster.
Real problem.
And we have a chase. And during the chase, Ackroyd reaches into the bag, or he gets reach into the bag, and he pulls out these carpet tacks. He's like, what am I supposed to do with these carpet tacks? He's like, those aren't carpet tacks, those are drywall nails.
Because that's a hilarious joke.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but I'm sure it's a joke because it is set up as joke structure. I know that for a fact. And they put it in the movie. So somebody thought it was funny and did not explain it to us because it's definitely a joke. I just don't know why it's funny.
But he said that they were, he thought they were carpet tacks, and then he said they were drywall nails, right? That was how they structured it.
That was it.
And then they were carpet tacks.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I couldn't tell you what either of those things really looks like.
Yeah. Carpet tacks are typically shorter. They have big, wide heads, and they're really sharp on the front. Drywall nails are... Yes, he said drywall. No, he said drywall nails. What's a drywall? There's no such... I don't know what a drywall nail is, actually, now that I think about it. I don't know.
Well, I'm not going to know because I don't know what any of these things are.
Maybe carpet tacks are shorter and drywall nails are longer. I don't know, but it's like that's not a joke anybody understands.
It's not even... I don't even know if it's a joke unless they're the same thing. We're going to need some sort of carpenter to get on here and let us know what this joke is. But it doesn't play out in the movie anyhow because he just pours it off and then they drive over. It would work with either of those things. So, does that matter? I don't know.
I think the car gets totally destroyed. That flattens the tires and something funny happens with the car. That was kind of funny.
It flips. It explodes and flips upside down. I laughed, but I was like, what is happening? I don't understand.
The other bit that they did was the parking bit where Elwood parks by going really fast and then does a turn into the spot. It's
cool, man.
They did that in the first movie. So here we do it in the second movie. And then we do it a second time in the second movie where we're like, we got it. You have to elevate your jokes.
But it's still cool. Yeah. It's the stunt driving is impressive.
Yeah.
That's it. I was just like, wow, someone's really good at that. Imagine what they could do with those skills and entertain me. That would be cool. We don't have to do that in this movie.
And as they're driving away, we have Buster sitting in the back. He's inviting Mac to join the band, and Buster is really sleepy. He's really sleepy, and then he lays down and falls asleep like it's a joke.
And he does the hands, the prayer hands into the did I miss something?
I don't know. I don't understand. Why is this kid getting sleepy? Why is he falling asleep in the back of the car? No one's paying attention to him. Why do we have a dedicated shot of him falling asleep in the back of the car? I don't know what that means.
Neither do I, but I made a note that he does the prayer hands into the sleep, just like this. I don't know why.
It was so weird. We do the firefighters at Willie's, and the cops come to Willie's, and then they find a thing like a sign for the Blues Brothers band.
Yeah,
and we're like,
that's what it was. Yep.
They already knew they were the Blues Brothers, and they had a Blues Brothers band. He asked them to join the band. I don't understand.
Yep. This is not new information for sure.
So now we're getting the band back together. We're going to have a number of scenes where we convince one or two band members to come back. We start with the Aretha Franklin, who has sold her coffee shop and bought a Mercedes dealership, and she does the Respect song. But it doesn't fit in. They really shoehorn these songs in and don't really build a cohesive in and out. Mm-hmm. Was the first one the same way? I'm just curious. They go there, and she's the girlfriend of one of the players, and then the other guy's the dishwasher. And then it's, she's like, it's not Respect. It's the Freedom song. Freedom, 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 freedom. It's that song. Yeah. And it's basically, just telling him he's got to be like kind of a good man to her, and if he's like is abandoning her. And he's like, woman, I got to do my thing. At the end, he takes off his thing. And then the other guy, saxophone player, is the dishwasher. He's sitting there, and she's like, just go. And it's like, perfect. Funny. You're just like, she had to like kind of give her pitch, but she knows that, the clarion call of the band is going to take precedence over, being a Franco. And you're like,
is what it is.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah. I don't understand this one at all.
She doesn't need him. She owns a Mercedes dealership. He doesn't do anything.
She's doing great. She is doing great.
And the other guy doesn't even sell cars, so he's worthless.
Right, and I assume he works off of some sort of commission, so he's actually struggling. He needs the band. He's got to go. Yeah, it's just like the musical numbers. There's no transition in and out. It's just all of a sudden you're like in one and you're like, whoa, what happened? What are we doing? And then I think, is it this one that this one is fine. I think it's the next one when they're in the office, just ends and then we're in a different scene with no transition out. It's just like song's over and we're in a completely different location. I was like, what is happening? At least this one, she does the, you gotta go or whatever. And then they go. But it's just, they just feel like it just checkboxes. Like we want to do this song, and this song. And I don't really care how we do them. Let's just put it in the movie.
They go to the talk radio show where they're getting two guys. And there's a funny bit where he calls in and it starts like cursing on the air.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It's PG, so they couldn't let him do it too much.
Yeah. The trumpet player is a funeral director. They're at the cemetery where I think one of the Russians. The Russians are there burying like a nephew or something.
I was just like, what is happening? That seems like a fairly sad thing, by the way, but I don't know. Super weird. And they're just there and then they yell and they're like, well, now the Russians know we're here. We gotta go. But
I think this was the funniest line was,
oh, wow. Okay.
Somebody says towards them, what's with the monkey? And then the other person says, that's Buster. Because Buster's wearing the Blues Brothers shirt.
Yeah.
What's with the monkey?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Is this? I think this is the scene where John Goodman says something about a dick as well, which I thought I laughed at.
Oh, I don't know.
Pretty sure.
Didn't write that down.
I'm pretty sure it happened. So
now we go to get Murph at Ed's Love Exchange.
Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. Okay. Well, here's what I'll say, Dan. First of all, they're clearly on a set in like a warehouse, it seemed like.
This is the point at which you realize every song that we're going to have and every environment we're going to have is going to be on the same soundstage. They're going to tear it down, build it up again, and everything's going to be clean. And there's only going to be X amount of people at all times. And the environment's always going to be complete. This is the word I wrote. Sanitized. This is the most sanitized movie I've ever seen. And I tried to put it into my own words, but yours is better. I was like, everything feels clean and too sharp, and it doesn't make sense with where they are. Something like that. Yeah. But what you're saying is correct. Yeah. It just doesn't, nothing feels like a world that is lived in. Nope.
Which is a huge problem. Like, it's not good.
That when they go and get the musical instruments from Ray's and they're leaving, in the Bluesmobile.
Yeah.
The shot is from the ground. They put the camera on the ground. There's all these people on the street. There is trash in the street.
Yeah.
As the Bluesmobile pulls away. And you're like, that is the difference between these two movies is they don't make an environment that is interesting. They just make an environment that was...
Or real.
Oh, yeah. Completely unreal.
Yeah. And then so... This song is obviously a real song, and it's a fine song. I enjoy. I enjoy the song. That's fine. And then we just, when it's over, we just cut. I don't even know if he joined the band really, because he's like, I've got this going on. Then they sing the song, and then we're just gone. So I assume he joined the band, but there is no moment where at the end they're like, all right, let's go, friends. They just cut away. We're just in the next scene. It's very weird.
And then we have the kind of concept of women, where we went from an African American man running a strip club, which they destroyed, to two African American men exploiting a bunch of women
sex line.
In a sex line. And it's like
very weird.
I mean, if it was,
but that's Detroit, baby. I don't know.
It just was weird. It was weird.
Yeah, no, it's bizarre. And also, there were some young women with gray wigs in this scene. Did you notice that? Like, they're supposed to be old women, but they're very clearly not old women, and their hair's super fake, and they're dancing really nicely. And I was like, why even do that? They don't have to be old women. They could be any kind of woman. That doesn't matter. It's very weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird scene in a weird movie.
They go see Steve Lawrence, who's a tour booker. And he's like, okay, I've got you a thing at the county fair, but you also have to audition to get in the contest. And he's like, I can't tell the band that we have to audition because no reason.
That's it. Because ...
And then that never even leads to anything.
No, sure doesn't. Because they don't really care. They're there, then they perform later. It's fine. They do a fine job, by the way. Great stuff.
Yeah, great stuff. The Russians do a slideshow about the Blues Brothers, so they know who they're looking for. They're going to have to play at the Kentucky County Fair. They go, this scene. They're staying at a hotel. They're about to leave.
Right.
For some reason, instead of sleeping in the hotel, Buster now has an entire apartment in the trunk of the car.
Right. Yeah. Very confusing stuff.
John Popper, the blues traveler, comes over there and it's like, why don't you come see us play? And then he's like, oh, yeah, we'll come see you play. Then they just drive off.
And then they don't.
They don't.
He's like, you start and I'll follow you. And then they just drive off?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think because he's kind of a dick in the first movie, so it was like, yeah, sure.
Elwood is.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, we're absolutely, we'll be right behind you. Uh-huh. And Belushi can sell that, right? he's going to be like, oh, yeah, we're going to be right behind you. It's going to be great. Get the hell out of here. You know?
Right. But that's not the vibe. Like, Elwood's just like, yeah, well, why don't you start? I'll be right behind you. And then he just drives away. And I was like, this is really weird. This doesn't make any sense.
And then we get Blues Traveler playing a just terrible song while there's a montage of them driving.
Yep. Very exciting stuff. And then it ends with him going back to the same parking lot and going, Elwood? Like, what? Why is that in the movie? Very strange. I mean, they clearly shot that just at the same moment. They're just like, all right, everybody clear. Now you look for Elwood and all right, wrapped out. Let's move on.
Good job. Go do your song.
So weird.
The nuns call the police. They go to Bob's Country Kitchen to eat. This one police lady sees the car, goes inside, and then,
the best part of the movie.
What's the best part of the movie? Elwood covered in shaving cream? Is that the best part of the movie? You like that? It's the
best part of the movie. It's so good. It's so good. What a good bit.
Wait a second. Great bit this is. You're kidding, right?
I am kidding. I don't get it, Dan. So here's folks at home who haven't seen the movie. Here's what happens. They're all in the bathroom. The kid's brushing his teeth. John Goodman is shaving too quickly. It scared me. I don't know if you felt the same way, but I was like, bro, slow down. You're going to slit your throat open. He's just like, very weird. And then Elwood.
Is it almost like he's not really shaving? Because
he's definitely not shaving for real. There is no blade in this razor because he is just flicking it up his chin dangerously. Elwood comes out of the bathroom or the stall, steals toilet paper, which never comes back. I don't understand why he pockets a little toilet paper. And then he opens the door and sees the cops there. This is the greatest bit in history. So he comes back and he's like, kid, you're not going to like what I do next. I don't remember exactly what he says, but he warns the kid about how he's going to see a bad side of him now. Doesn't make any sense. Then he covers his head in shaving cream.
Like a big ball. It's like he's a snowman.
Like a huge, it's a snowman head. That's exactly what it is. The kid runs out screaming, it's trouble. And then Goodman comes out. The Goodman comes out. It's like, it's a disease. He's got a disease. It's not a disease. This is not the real thing. And then he just comes out and it's like, I've got stuff on my face. And everyone just looks at him. The police are just like, don't know what to do. They're dumbfounded. And then they just walk out the door. What the fuck is going on, Dan? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It's a hilarious bit. Well, the whole thing in the first movie, Elwood, like at one point, when they do this country kitchen scene there, this is the one where they're playing this country and western bar, and the only country and western song they know is Rawhide. So they play Rawhide for 10 times. But the other guys show up that were supposed to be playing there. And so they know that they're going to come after them. So he sprays spray glue on the accelerator so that when they come after him, it'll fuck them over.
Oh, sure.
So the whole idea is that he uses, comedy bit things.
A similar method. He's basically like, I need an aerosol for the bit. Is that what we're talking?
Yeah,
I got to spray something here, guys. What do you got? Let's talk about it. It's got to come in a can and I got to spray it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's so terrible.
It's the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. But it works. It works brilliantly for some strange reason. I mean, the cops would just tackle him, right? Like, you would just tackle this guy. There's nothing on earth that would make your face turn into a giant Stay Puft marshmallow, right? So he's clearly just doing something. Just tackle him.
They just would walk over and arrest him. Be pretty straightforward.
So weird.
So
bizarre. They
escape. The FBI and everything sets up a roadblock. And so then what do? They drive underwater. Is
there something this crazy in the first movie? that you can think of? This is because this is insane.
They do a bridge jump at one point to show how good the car is. Actually, that's what they do. That's the final thing of proving the car is good. There's a bridge thing, and so he's like, I'm going to show... for
the boats, when they race for the boats. Okay.
He doesn't say anything. He just floors it, and like goes... Whoosh, and then they fly over, and then Jake says... Land. Point proven, or, whatever. He says something like...
because it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, this worked. I love this car.
This is a good car. Yeah.
That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing.
You mean it driving under... Roll up the windows, and in the middle of it, you say... What does he say? He's like,
how long can we stay in here? And his response is, how long can you hold your breath? They're not holding their breaths now, Dan. They're talking. They're not holding their breath at all. They're breathing. They're talking. They're fine. There's no water in the car.
Nope.
So stupid. I was so mad with this. It's so dumb.
Okay, so they get on the other side is Daryl Hammond and some MAGA. I mean,
and we've been canceled, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for showing up. It's been a real pleasure.
Now, did you hear this whole thing where you're only allowed to curse in like the first 2 minutes of a video or something on YouTube now?
Is that true? Because we are going to get canceled, and I curse way longer than that.
We got to be careful.
Well, how would that even be a rule? That doesn't make any sense. It should at least adjust for how long your video is. So maybe if your video is 5 minutes, you get 2 minutes. If our video is 90 minutes long, I only get 2 minutes in the beginning to curse? No, I don't think so.
It's something
That's not going to happen.
So there's some not Nazi types, but hillbilly Confederate.
They're
secessionists, white
power guys,
white power guys,
white national. Yeah, yes.
So some white power guys who have put a bunch of
explosives
on a boat that they're gonna do something with the boat. I wonder if this was around the time of when the guys blew up the government building, Timothy McVeigh and all that. I wonder if it's that.
I don't know. I don't know.
So as they come out, the boat ends up on top of the car, so they can't shoot them.
Now, do a lot of boats have flat bottoms like that? Is that a thing a boat usually does, Stan? Just out of curiosity.
I'll let you take a guess, Tony.
I'm gonna guess no.
Yeah, you'd be right. You'd be right.
It just makes it harder to drive through the water, I would assume.
Well, the whole idea of a boat, is you want to have a keel to keep it going straight.
Right, exactly. Keel, yep.
Do you know what a keel is?
I assume it has something to do with the point at the bottom of a boat then.
Well, a lot of real older boats, what they'll have is they'll actually have a thing that swings down, which is like a fin at the bottom to keep the boat going straight.
Right, because that would be how you do that. And because it's going through the water.
And the keel is that bottom point, and when you keel haul someone, you string a rope all the way under the boat, then you tie the person on there, then you pull them all the way under the boat to the other side.
What are you talking about, man?
You don't want it. That's why you don't do shit when you're on a boat, because they do terrible things to you.
Yeah, but apparently that sounds horrible.
Very bad. Very bad.
Boat people are mean.
The boat flies up, crashes down, and explodes. I thought it was going to kill.
How high does this boat fly, Dan?
That's a joke from the first movie.
From the first one? Okay.
Where the Nazis are driving and then they drive off of something and then they drop their car from 100 stories high to their deaths. And it's very funny. As a kid, you're
that's funny.
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So
anyhow, so the boat goes up and then comes down and explodes, possibly killing nobody.
It doesn't kill anybody.
All in the movie later.
Yeah. Should have killed them.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Should have just killed them all, because that would have been fun.
Should have just been one bit. Should have just been one little bit where it's just this is what we think of these people. And then we blow them up. That's fine.
And you should have blown them up and then an arm bounced off the back of the car, or an arm lines up by the car and then John Goodman reaches out and
you see that?
tosses the arm off. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
No fun.
Instead, we get a great bit where there's a huge explosion behind them. Everyone lives. And then John Goodman goes, did you hear that? And nobody looks in the rearview mirror. Nobody checks behind them. I wouldn't worry about it.
It's not like you would want to put a joke in that spot.
No. We try not to put any jokes anywhere. That's the goal of the movie.
A really standard spot that somebody could pitch 10 or 20 different jokes. But no, we don't want any pitches. No pitches.
No, thank you. We're too busy.
What's that smell? It's pork? Pork? It's weird. Say something. Okay, Now we're going to the county fair. They have to go incognito, and so Elwood is inside the glove box.
Right. You said that very matter-of-factly, Dan. What? Like, if he's in the trunk, I get it. But he's in the where the engine is, right?
Well, it's
technically
where the glove box is.
Okay, but he doesn't fit in a glove box, Dan. Okay, because a glove box is very small. It's this big, right? My water bottle doesn't fit in there. My phone hardly fits in there sometimes.
Oh, my phone's so big it doesn't fit in the glove box.
My tablet doesn't, because I did try to hide my tablet in there one time. Doesn't fit in there. So I just don't understand how there's a human being inside, and then they pull it down and his face just comes down with it, and then he says a line and then they just close his face again. I don't get it.
It's like this gadget thing from the first movie, but they're stepping it up.
Oh, okay. Are they? What was the gadget?
I told you he did the spray.
That's all the same one.
At one point I think he does a chain maybe at one point. It's kind of like the banana in the tailpipe. It's like one of those things.
It'll be involved with the banana in the tailpipe. Great movie.
Okay, they do the triple ring of fire where they drive through these circles, and then they crash, then they get out. Then they do Ghost Riders in the Sky, to which there's animation of these ghosts in the sky.
Of like a ghost riding a horse in the clouds. What? Why? What's happening?
They're like, we need to spend some SFX money. Special effects.
Get some of that CGI over here, guys.
And then they use a remote control to drive the car so they can escape.
Right. When did that get built? Haven't seen that before in the movie.
Well, you're seeing it now.
Well, I don't see it again. Does that help?
They head to Queen Mosette's. They run out of gas 5 miles away from Pantherburn. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's a funny name.
Sure. Doesn't give me a geographical idea of where they are, but it's fine.
This is the point at which the guys give up.
Why? What happened?
Because they
just had a fairly good show. People were seeming to have a good time at the country western show. And then now they're just like, well, we don't want to do this anymore. Mutiny.
And this is the point where we're like, Elwood's going to give him a speech. But he's like, all right, fine, goodbye.
Which is almost funny, right? Subverting that moment to me is almost funny, where he's like, I need to rally the troops. He's like, let's quit. Fuck it. But it's not. It's not funny. And then he goes and sits in the woods, and then the kid comes over, and it's like, this is not the guy I know. He doesn't know this guy. He doesn't know this guy at all. They barely have spoken on this entire trip. I don't understand what's happening. I don't like it.
And it works.
And that's right. He's fired up because of music or something. And then he goes and tells the troops, like, let's go. And then they go.
But the one guy says, I'll go get gas. And he just walks off to get gas. And you're kind of like, if that's an option, why isn't that just the option?
Why isn't everybody doing that?
Why didn't they just stop where there was gas? Because
that would have been a good idea.
What the bit has to be is we don't have any money for gas, right? Isn't that the bit?
Yes. Yeah. We're all out of pocket change. Can't afford it. We got as far as we could, guys.
But instead, they just didn't stop for gas.
Yeah, I just forgot. I've done that. No, it's not true. I've never ran out of gas. Knock on wood.
Why did you say I've done that?
I lied. I don't know.
You wanted I'm going to be cool. Yeah, sometimes I don't care about life. I just
wanted to be a part of the group, okay? I want to be accepted by you. You ever ran out of gas? You run out of gas then?
I don't think I ever had. Maybe one time, but I can't think of it.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like you'd remember.
Well, I mean, it could have happened 40 years ago.
Sure, but that feels pretty embarrassing to me. I don't know.
I think I lost my keys one time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
Maybe.
I lost my car one time. I told you that story, right?
What?
Where we thought my car got stolen. This was just this year. This was literally this year. Naomi went out to the car because she was going somewhere, and she came back. She's like, "It's gone. The car is gone." And I called the police.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I called the police. I'm like, I need to report my car stolen. She's like, okay, what's the license plate? Give it license plate. She's like, well, that car's not stolen. It's like, what do you mean? She's like, it's at our impound lot. You haven't paid your tab fees for 3 years. We towed your car. So, you lose stuff. It happens.
I was doing something with my buddy Mike, and Mike's like a car guy. And he was talking about it. And he has 2 older brothers. And he's like, yeah, I got my first VW when I was 12.
What? What do you mean?
He owned his first car when he was 12.
How's that possible?
I mean,
you can't drive a car at 12 years old, Dan. I don't think it's changed that much.
You could still own a car when you're 12.
I mean, can you? I guess I don't know. I guess you can. It's just a piece of paper, I guess.
And I think he said that he had owned 5 cars by the time he could actually drive.
What the hell? First of all, good for him.
Yeah.
How's he getting all these cars?
Well, the brothers would, hand him down cars, and then he'd work on the cars,
That's cool. I wish I had a real skill sometimes. Do you ever feel that way?
See, Tony, you do have a real skill.
Really? What's that?
You almost got hired by the NFL.
But I didn't. Spoiler alert, everybody. I don't work for them.
You work for Orca.
Oh, yep, I do. That's true.
You're an Orca man.
I'm a big old orca fish.
Okay, they run out of gas. Okay, gets goes to works. They go to the tent revival meeting, which is the James Brown thing. I know him. He'll give us gas money. But they have gas money.
Well, yeah, because the other guy went and got gas. Because you know that because he shows up with the car later. So he definitely had gas money.
I wrote, it's in a tiny, weird tent on a soundstage.
Yeah, very sad.
They do the John the Revelator song. It's okay. The police show up. They invoke the commander. He floats up. Then he flies into the sky. And then he comes back down and starts to sing.
As a blues brother, he changes outfits. He gets a suit from God. Is that what I'm understanding?
And for some reason, this doesn't just stop the police thing. The lady that works with him still coming after him. He could have just said, it's over.
It's all good. So I'm good now. I'm happy. No. Mm-mm.
No. They flee in the Bluesmobile, and then we do a big crash where all these cars crash into this pile, and there's no one in the cars until the end of the scene where all these people start getting out of the cars.
All on top of the cars? Yeah. Which is like a funny visual at the end. But you can't let me see that close to the cars. You know what I mean? Like as it's happening.
And it goes on so long you can see that there's no one in the cars. And
that's what I'm saying. Like you got to think of a way to direct it where I don't see that because it breaks the illusion, which is fine. Like it's a comedy movie. They don't care that you know that it's fake.
Yeah.
But it's not as funny when it's just like, yeah, we're just running cars into each other. Like we're 12 years old, just playing Matchbox cars, smashing them together.
And they don't escalate. It's like they're crashing like this, then they're flying like this, then they're crashing like this, then they're flying like this, then they're crashing like this. There's no escalation. It's all sort of, this is sort of higher, but this is sort of the same, but not.
It's almost like it wasn't choreographed. You know what I mean?
Very well. Yes. They get to the swamp estate. It's a voodoo estate. It's the plantation club. We go to another soundstage. And here we have someone whose performance is the worst performance in the entire movie.
Who is it?
Paul Schaefer.
Paul Schaefer. That sounds familiar. Is he a news guy?
Paul Schaefer is a music guy. He's the guy that played music on David Letterman's show for a million years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he's sort of the musical director of Queen Musette's, and he comes out as like a French guy, and it is
okay. Yeah, I did not recognize that person. It was like the Queen's for see you now or whatever it does.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it was. Hey, at least he's trying a bit. Good for him.
She says, "Bow to the Queen." Then she gives them instruments, and then she's like, "You'll do a Caribbean song." And then he's all like, "We can do this and this and this and this and everything, but we can't do Caribbean." And so it's
almost like we could do every kind of music except for that.
And that's a joke on the first movie where they have to play country and western and they only know one song, when really what they should say is, "We only play blues."
Yes. Yeah, that's correct. Because they're the Blues Brothers. I don't know if you are aware.
They can't do rock. They can't do pop. They can't do all those things they said.
No, they can. Because they're the Blues Brothers, Dan. They can do all kinds of music.
So she turns them into green zombies, and they do it anyways.
Yeah. I don't think I get it.
Because the Caribbean zombies?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I've never been to the Caribbean, so I didn't know.
The zombie myth comes from Haiti.
Okay. I honestly did not know that.
Yeah.
That's great.
It just got adapted into The Living Dead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. That's
great. That's cool.
Didn't you ever watch True Blood?
Some. Not all of it. I was really only there for Eric and Pam. Oh, Pam.
You're a Pam stan?
Yeah, you better believe it. Yeah, Pam was hot. But so was Eric. Eric's also hot. Which is why we watched Battleship. Great stuff.
We did watch Battleship.
And fucking Tarzan. I cursed after 2 minutes. Sorry, Dan.
You like Tarzan.
I did not like Tarzan. You can't call a movie The Legend of Tarzan and then not make it about the legend of Tarzan.
Well, you can.
Apparently you can. Apparently they did it and it was fine for them.
Pretty much you can.
So stupid.
They do this song called Nassau Rock. Paul Schaefer. It starts with the Blues Brothers. They're terrible. Then Erykah Badu starts singing and you're like, oh yeah, she's incredible.
Very talented. Yeah, very, very talented.
And then she's like, you may enter the contest, but the Blues Brothers are now statues.
And then they're just like, okay, yeah, cool. We got to play. I don't get what? Those are your three singers.
And the battle is
you
there.
You can't play.
The battle is there tonight.
But you can't do it without your singers. Those are your three singers. And they're all just like, yep, the show must go on. I don't understand.
So we start with the Louisiana Gator Boys. There's only two people in this contest.
Yeah.
And the Louisiana Gator Boys is like Dr. John, B.B. King, Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood.
Oh, so like all real people. I'm not good because I don't know a lot of these musicians. I understood that they are musicians, but I was like, I'm just not that cultured. If it's not Blink 182, I don't know them.
I mean, pretty much everybody on that stage now dead, I believe.
Oh, jeez. Brutal. That's a brutal 25 years.
I think Eric Clapton's dead. Maybe he's not. Everybody cheers at the end, and then the Blues Brothers come on. She makes them come alive. They're terrible, and they lose.
Yeah, but why? Because why? Like, why are they zombies? And then why is she just like, okay, now they're not zombies? There's no reason for that.
Because they wrote a really good script.
That's not the direct quote.
That's what John
the direct
Frentis
quote,
said.
Dan. The quote is, "We wrote a terrific script." I mean, it's even better than really great. It's terrific. I don't understand.
All the bad guys show up. Erykah Badu just turns them into rats.
Right. So they don't even have any agency over the end of the movie, really, right? Like, they don't do anything. I don't get it.
The police, they don't care because what's his name comes out there is like, I'm with the band now. They're
I'm
like,
cool. I'm good. Yeah.
So then we do a jam session with everybody, and then it's time to say goodbye. But they have to get away because Elwood kidnapped Buster, and Buster's like, well, what about if I kidnap you, Elwood? And by doing that, I mean,
or
you drive a car with me in it away.
Right. So that's not different, right? Because nobody knows that your intentions have changed.
Well, doesn't Buster also have to be driving the car? Isn't that part of the bit?
That's
of him
yeah,
kidnapping
he
Elwood?
would have to, but he doesn't. And also, like, why wouldn't they just go out there and be like, no, the kid wants to come with me. Like, we're good. You told me to mentor him, so I'm mentoring him. What do you want from me? Just a thought. Just throwing that out there.
And then the car drives away and it's covered in moss, and they're like, stop that mound of moss. I like that line.
I giggled. I wrote it down. I wrote it down right here. I said my second laugh of the movie. Last line of the movie.
Second laugh.
Yeah.
Stop that mound of moss.
It's funny. It's cute. It's not like funny, but it's like, I get it. Chuckled. So that was fun.
It's an interesting movie. Very weird.
It's something, all right.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
No, well, because that's a great movie, you know, really fun stuff. Just, you know, bad twist.
Tony, tell us about something you liked this week.
Well, so this is like something that's not new. I wish that it was.
Yeah.
But we discovered much later than most people.
Wow.
Well, obviously not because it didn't get renewed. But Blue Ribbon Baking Championship on Netflix. Jason Biggs hosted it. It was made last year. So it's like State Fair Blue Ribbon contest, basically.
Oh, okay.
It was a delight. We went through I think it's 8 episodes. We crushed those in 2 days. We loved it. We thought it was a real joy. And then we looked it up and it's like, nope, didn't get renewed. So we're bummed, but we thought it was delightful. So if you like baking shows, just give it a shot.
Was the judging acceptable? Didn't make you want to kill yourself?
So, yeah.
Okay.
No. They had this real quirky older white guy who was the pastry chef at the White House or something.
Oh, okay.
Then they have this lady who Naomi knew, and I can't remember, but I liked it. There's 3 hosts or 3 judges. I thought they were great. I really liked it.
You got to go watch the creepy baking show that Elko was on.
I didn't. You're saying a bunch of things that I didn't know. What do you mean? Elko, does he bake?
He played like a character on it.
Oh, okay. Do you know the show?
No.
Or okay? You have zero information except for Elko was in it. All right, everyone. Elko Weaver? Is that his name? Weaver. Go check out whatever show he was in.
It was like some goth woman that did like gothy bakes, and then he like was part of it or something. I don't know.
Sure. Well, he does look like a vampire.
I think he plays like a vampire or something.
Boom. There you go. That makes sense to me.
We watched this documentary last night called So This Is Christmas. It was
So This Is Christmas.
Exactly. They talked to a bunch of people in this town sort of who kind of had rough Christmases and, you know, how they sort of deal with it. And it was interesting. And you really never know what someone is going through when you see them in life. You're like, oh my God,
that the truth?
These people were all going through stuff.
Yeah.
And
take a moment and be kind to your neighbor. We don't do that anymore.
Stop being jerks. Just be nice people.
Yeah, just don't be a dick. Honestly, or be neutral. Just don't be a dick. There's too many dicks out there. Just be like not an asshole and it'll be fine.
Be like the Blues Brothers. Be nothing.
Be nothing. Be void of any emotion whatsoever and it'll be great.
But maybe be a little funny. Unlike the Blues Brothers.
Too much. That's too much to ask, Dan. Don't try it. Ay.
Tony, we need another movie.
You're gonna be mad at me about this one because this probably breaks the rules a little bit, but you got me really in an Ackroydian mood as you would. And like you said earlier, we could almost do any Ackroyd vehicle ever,
except Dr. Detroit.
What's that one? Is that one good? Is that one good? What's going on?
It's like my dad's favorite movie at one point in his life.
I love that.
I think he's like a mild-mannered accountant or something, but to protect a group of prostitutes. He likes putting strippers and prostitutes and shit in his
Loves
movies.
it. Yeah, he's a big fan, I guess. Good for him. Someone's got to support the
because
community.
the end of the Dragnet movie is like a whole. It's a whole S&M thing. I think they dress up S&M for some reason.
I believe it. I do. Yeah. Well, everyone's got their thing, right?
Gotta have your thing.
Good for you, Danny boy.
So he becomes like the sort of fake superhero to try and protect the prostitutes from the pimps or something.
He becomes a fake super. Are you sure we can't do this movie?
I mean, I don't know. I remember it being funny, but then again, I was a kid once, so.
Sure. You were? I don't believe
Kind
it.
of.
Kind of.
Okay, what
anyhow,
how are you breaking
well,
the
we're
rules?
going to, so I'm going to bring you back to Best Buy. You remember Best Buy? It was a store for all those people out there. It's a store that sells electronics.
Still is a store.
I don't believe you. They used to do the dollar bin, which was like old shitty DVDs that you could get for super cheap.
Maybe you could get them for $1.
You could maybe, and I found this movie this one time, and Ackroyd was in it, and I was like, I gotta try this out. So I bought the DVD, never watched the movie, and I watched the trailer after we watched this movie, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta do this because it looks crazy. Dan.
No, we did this
insane.
movie. We already did this movie.
Did we?
You better check. It's the one with the guy with a penis on his head.
I don't know. Probably.
Is it
What's
the
it called?
hotel something?
No. Did we do a hotel movie?
Is it called?
Nothing Hotel.
It's.
Did we do this movie? It's not in my list.
Okay.
But I don't know if that means anything because I'm sure I've missed.
Okay, what movie is it?
It's called Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah, this is the weird movie.
Did we do this?
Maybe I watched somebody talk about this movie.
I don't know because it's not in my list. I double checked.
Okay.
I'm double checking right now. But there's a chance that I've missed some movies in my list.
There's a chance you missed them.
But I don't feel like I've ever seen this movie. Demi Moore is in it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember Demi Moore.
No, this movie's super weird. He's in a full makeup most of the time.
Yeah. He's like a judge, like a crazy judge or something.
Yeah. Oh, well, if you don't recognize it, you'd have remembered it. I must have watched some of this or something because I was like, what the hell is this? I must have watched somebody talk about this movie because I did not see it when it came out. And then I watched this thing and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it seems quite nuts.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's written and directed by Ackroyd. So I was like, this is the perfect vehicle. If we're watching it and we're like, nah, we've seen this, we could pivot this week. But I don't feel like I've seen it. But I do own the DVD downstairs.
Well, I'll look through the thing, make sure I don't have it on the list because I'll be able to search it. I can search the YouTube.
Yeah, you search the YouTubes.
But I think maybe we didn't do it. But I don't know. The thing I remember about this movie is that I don't think they did this in the movie, but I think Ackroyd wanted to have a prosthetic on his forehead that looked like a penis.
It sounds like
I think someone was like, no.
You can't do it. You can do a lot of stuff. You can't do that. All right. Well, let me know if we've seen it. I have other ones on the list we could do. We can
always do Broken Arrow.
Dude, that movie's so good. We are going to do it. I promise you.
Maybe we'll find out when Todd's birthday is, and then we'll do Broken Arrow for his birthday.
You're insane. Yeah. Ain't it cool? Travolta, man. Come on. Love that guy.
Okay, Nothing But Trouble. We'll give it a shot unless we already gave it a shot. Then we won't give it a shot.
Someone out there, let us know if we've done it already.
If you like what we do, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, or even subscribe. These are all ways you can help us. Like the From the Vault's got no views, but this last one we got some views. It's like weird. It's always weird.
Well, we probably got no views because everyone's like, we've seen this one. We've already done it because they're all diehard fans, Dan.
That's the thing I never understand is, Okay, so we'll be back talking about either Broken Arrow or what's the name of the movie?
Nothing But Trouble.
Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, watch it!